welcome to FIREDUP KC Show. It's your host Zeke Wanganga, and today, hey, before you even go anywhere, please subscribe, share, and like so that we can get more people on the show. We put a lot of work into this episode, so please share. Now, for this episode, when I talk about nightlife in KC, people don't think we don't have nightlife in KC, but we do, because I'm bringing a guru in that space. So today we're going to talk about nightlife in KC, and the guy I'm talking about today, he is the founder of Up Down Nightlife Kansas City. The man himself, the man with the money back to you, Mr. Joshua Lewis. How you doing, sir?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good to have you. Good to have you. Looking fresh as usual. Looking fresh as usual.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to keep up with you, man. In this lovely place, man.
Thank you, man. It's an honor to have you back here because I know we had I think an interview was I think it was early this year. It was early this year, last year.
Pandemic-ish.
I think it was pandemic-ish. It was pandemic-ish. Thank you for working with us in that little space that we had.
I get it. I get the grind, man. Yeah, we all got to start somewhere.
Exactly, 100%.
I actually appreciate it more than you know. That's another reason why I agreed to come back on. To see the growth in what you're doing. It's amazing, man. Keep going.
Thank you. But anyways, let people know who is Joshua Lewis, because I know everyone knows you as the founder of Up Down Nightlife. You guys are doing great in Kansas City. Can I give a bio myself? Who is Joshua Lewis? Let people know who we have on the show today.
I am the founder of Up Down.
In case you didn't know.
Yeah, that is definitely my life, man.
Yes.
But on top of that, I'm a father, two kids, two wonderful kids.
Awesome.
I am a friend,
Yes.
son, just a normal guy, black guy trying to make it in this world. But a normal guy, I have my life, I have my friends, my family, and I work. That's really life, man.
Exactly.
So the reason you know me as founder of Up Down is because I put everything into that.
Exactly. Yes. Can I give us a backstory? Cause so those who haven't watched the first episode, how the idea of Up Down Nightlife came about, and kind of like your journey towards coming to where you are today, becoming a popular known personality in Kansas City.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. So I'm originally from Dallas, Texas, right?
Okay.
I was always a social guy. I always class clown. I always wanted to talk to everybody. I always wanted to be the cool kid, right? And it came naturally to me. I played sports, and so I came here on an athletic scholarship at Park University. As I was playing, though, I partied all the time. Before games, after games, weekends, right? And it was something where I went out, but I wasn't like get drunk and don't know how to act guy. I really didn't start drinking until I was about 23 for real. And so my first 2 years of party was just loving the social scene and loving to talk to people and be the socialite. And so with that being said, I was always smart. I was always ahead of the curve on building something for myself. I kind of got an entrepreneurial background in my family, and so with that being said, it was I want to connect this technology generational wealth side into what I'm really passionate and gifted at. And that's where the idea came about. I'm like, all right, I'm the social guy. I can get a lot of people. I can build a community really easy, but how do I get them to how do I get that to scale, right? And so that's where the app idea came from. Connected the two, man, and started creating Up Down Nightlife, and it over the last 7 years, it's finally starting to hit, man. People are really starting to see what we are. So it's been good.
So talking about the class clown, because I used to be a class clown too. I used to literally, my teacher, my classroom teacher, would try to sit me right next to her, and she would say, "It's either you sit right next to me or you sit outside the class." So I would just sit outside the class. I'll be at the door of the class, like I don't care. I'm just gonna have fun. But man, it's exciting to see how being able to put your vision out and being able to work on it. Because man, you release the content every single day. How do you do it? How are you able to put out content, family, business, and put it all together in one perspective?
Yeah, man. So it's a lot of pieces to that puzzle.
Yeah.
One thing about me is I'm a quick learner, but I also love it. I love to learn. And with learning, being a founder of a tech company, the CEO, if you really put in research, the CEO of tech companies are the main piece of the tech companies. They're a very valuable piece. And with that being said, they also build their own brands, right? And they have a whole team behind that thing. And so as I realized that, my likability could grow alongside my companies and it would only benefit, I realized that I needed to put some time into that. And, over the years, I've worked with a lot of different people and, to find my fit. And then, on top of finding my fit, I realized that, I ran into a guy named Abram, right? And he's actually here today, but check out his content online. It's
Shout out to Abram.
It's top tier. And so me and Abram have really dove in on what the CEO of a tech company, black CEO of a tech company should really look like. We, strategize and put some stuff behind it, and now we move like clockwork. It's guaranteed.
Yes. I mean, because the consistency is great. Because I'm like, man, this is great production. Like, because you show your real life. Like, it's like the way you walk into scenes and everything is like we see what's going on. So it's not like nothing is hidden to us.
It's all on purpose, man. It's all on purpose. So you believe, right? So that stuff not only helps the consumer see what I do, but it also helps the investors. They watch too, right? LinkedIn matters, right? And they know what I'm doing. They know I'm putting the work in, and it just helps. It evolves the whole business, and a lot of people should really take time in that, understanding that if you're the founder, you're the CEO, you're the person that started the business. They want to know who you are too, because they buy into you as well as the company. So it's something like I said, we've really dove in on it, and I take it very, very seriously.
Yeah, I mean, it's working because I've been watching it. I like every single one. I come in
everywhere. Me and Abram go. That's what that's like the first thing they say. Like, man, your content, man, what's going on? And that's what we do it for, and we only gonna get better. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now talk about Kansas City nightlife, right? What is the industry like? Because I don't go out that much, but it's like, why do you think your app is important in the nightlife?
Yeah, I talk about it so much, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that I should be in bigger cities right now, right? So it's like, KC nightlife isn't that big. Why would you start here? You use that to your advantage, right? So with KC nightlife not being that big, it's easier to build a community, right? And in order for you to grow a company and scale and be big, you have to test what you have first in a smaller market. And not even a smaller market, but you just have to test it within a community, right? And it's easier to build a community here, one. Two, Kansas City nightlife is actually a lot bigger than most people think, which is why I created the app, right? So we have 8 districts every weekend that you can do something in, but people go to the same thing, do the same stuff because they don't see the rest, right? And social media doesn't do that, algorithms and different things like that. So I developed Up Down partly for that reason, to get people to understand that KC nightlife is bigger, but then also after we expand outside of KC, that the world's nightlife is bigger than what you actually think it is. Because every market you go to, right, they have their people that do things in nightlife. So it's like, all right, this is the crowd for this is the crowd for that, and they don't mix because they don't actually know what's going on. They just see on Instagram those same algorithms every single week. I see my same people, I like the same pictures. But if you start seeing bigger, then there's more.
Wow.
So.
And you just told me that you guys launched 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
Dang. I gotta show people the app so they know we're not playing. We're not playing out here.
Just have it pop up on the screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up on the screen, but I'm gonna show it on the format as well. The app is online, or it's on the App Store, so you gotta go get it.
Download.
So you guys have 1,000 downloads?
Yeah. So we've been. It's funny I say this because we're only 2 weeks in, but truthfully, our growth rate has been 500 downloads a week. So,
wow.
And we're on our 3rd week, and we're probably going to hit that 1,500 mark here pretty soon. So we're growing pretty fast. We'll hit up. I hope we don't, but fate, we'll hit a halt, and we'll have to regroup and re-push out the new features and stuff that we're rolling out. So we're going to keep rolling, man. We're working hard. So.
Man, I mean, cheers to 1,000 downloads.
Appreciate it, man.
Cheers to being able to. Oh, good wine. I like that. But cheers to being able to have your vision and being able to walk through it and stick with it. It sounds glamorous. Sounds cool that you are where you are today, successful. Now, give us a backtrack of the days where no one knew who Joshua Lewis was, where you were working by yourself.
Yeah, so it's crazy. So when I got here, I was from Dallas. I knew one person. My best friend came to school with me because we both played basketball. I knew nobody else. So I came to school, didn't know anybody. Luckily, I had a really good friend that still works with me today, Michael Honoru, who was actually in the nightlife scene, very, very heavy. But then I also went to a college that a lot of people knew of, I guess, per se, and we would party a lot. And so I kind of started getting to know people, but it was that time period where, nobody did know me, man. My first event was shaky. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing but my college friends. It wasn't nobody from the city at my party, And I threw that alongside some teammates and stuff. So I had my struggles. The real struggle hit a little after that, though, when I worked a 9 to 5 for about 10 months and ended that. And then when that ended is when it really hit me, because I had to start my business and I had to grow it and I had to make money from it. And when you have to start from a piece of not building a product but actually making money first, you go through a lot of struggles because it's hard to get that first sale. It's hard to make that first dollar. And just throwing parties for college students when you're not in college ain't cool no more. So you gotta figure out where the Kansas City people are. So I had to kind of navigate myself, went through the trials and tribulations of, getting. I went through some trials. I'll put it like that. Anything that you can think of went wrong, it did. So that's just kind of part of the grind, man. If you want to make it, though, you got to go through those things.
Yeah. What would you say was one of the biggest hit you took that kind of almost took you out of being able to work on your vision?
I feel like I had those, once a month, but
oh, dang, kind of grind once a month.
When you're intense about it, Yes. But if I'm being honest, I think. So I had my first son at the age of 22.
Okay.
And then when I quit my job, not being able to help him the way I wanted to was probably the biggest thing for me. Just from a pride, dad perspective, man perspective, it almost kind of gave me that thing of like, I'm gonna just go get a job so I can look out for him. But then I had to think long term, legacy wise, man. If I struggle now, on the back end he's gonna be good. Yes. So that was probably the one where I had to decide if I was going to build a company or go back to working a 9 to 5. So.
Wow. Yeah. Now I want you to talk about that a little bit more because I think it's important because every day I have bills. Everyone has bills, and that's why we get jobs, right?
Yeah.
Talk about that because for me, I want to pay my bills out, but that's when I want to build my dream.
Yeah, I'm a different breed when it comes to that. I really consider myself a monster when it comes to those kind of things because truthfully, like. If think of it like this, if you owe the bank $10, it's your problem, right? That's your issue.
Yes.
But if you owe the bank $10 million, that's their issue, right? So like you have to get to a point where debt isn't an issue, and debt doesn't affect how much work you put in or where you're going because it's going to be there. Yeah. It's going to be there. I promise you, it's going to be there. You're not going to avoid it. You have to sacrifice that though. Like those type of things you have to sacrifice, man. You just got to make a decision, right? So even think of it like this. You're going to have student loans. You have bills to pay.
Exactly.
You can work your 9 to 5, pay them slowly because you ain't paying those off right on time. Even when you work a 9 to 5, you're struggling. Or you can not pay them, go into debt for a little bit, build your dream, and then make the money to pay that stuff off. Just make a decision, man. It's gonna be hard either way. So it's just about being a monster and making that decision and moving past it.
Yeah,
I got to a point where I wasn't scared of no debt. Like that wasn't a thing anymore.
Dang, that's tough. Cause like
it's hard.
Not a lot of people have that mental strength to be able to say, "Yo, it's the bills are coming, but I'm still gonna go." Like,
it is what it is.
Push my vision. But talk about because I know that you had to raise a bunch of money to be able to get to where you are. Kind of talk about those stages and how did you know where to go? How did you know who to ask? How did you know what to apply for? In being able to build your business.
A lot of learning. I got an older brother that luckily that I'm overly thankful to have a role model in my life that has done what I'm trying to do. So I had a brother that kind of led me on the right path as far as what to look for.
Yes.
And then it's just research and learn. Once you know the terms, the people, the thing that you have to look for, you go find it. Google has access to everything, right? And so I started Googling around, pitching my idea to investors and venture capital firms and just learning. They were all telling me no, and I'm like, okay, I need to fix this. Cool. Bet. All right, I'm going to talk to this guy. I need to fix this. Cool, right? And so it's just a learning experience, man. It's just like that go-get, that grit of like, I'm not going to stop. I don't care what you say about what I'm building. I know it's going to work. I'm going to show you it's going to work. Yeah. You can tell me no, but I'll be back. Like, it's just kind of what it is, So it's not really a method. The only thing I could really say, honestly, is research online based on, whatever it is you want to do. And then, two, just don't quit. Like, really, really simple. I know it feels like it's not, but it's like I'm either going to get this done or die. Really simple. That's kind of how I live. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow, dang. Dang, that's hardcore. That's like it sounds like more like a UFC fight. You're like, hey, is it not gonna kill this guy?
It's that intense. It's that intense. Yeah. It's one of my favorite quotes is from Will Smith. He talks about this all the time, or he's talked about it before. And it's like if we're on the treadmill and we're running, I'm literally gonna have to die before you beat me. And that's just the simple mindset. All that is if you think about it, all it is an idea.
Yes.
And a choice.
Yes.
I just made that choice. I'm not like I'm either gonna die or I'm gonna finish.
Exactly.
Period. And that's the mindset you have to have.
Man, now when you talk about like you had a lot of people saying no and you had to learn through that process, you had a lot of rejections on your way. So we're talking like maybe 5 rejections, or are we talking about like a month of like you being able to like
I had 5 a day. 5 a day.
5 a day.
So
yes.
This raising money, founding funds world is a very tricky world, right? 2 things. it's hard to do it no matter what your race is. Harder to do it when you're black.
Yeah.
And so when you get into those rooms and you're underappreciated, one, under resourced, two, you're already going in not ready because you don't know enough and you don't have enough. So they're gonna say no, right? So I mean, like if you're talking about number, like it's probably been about 1,500 to 2,000 no's.
Whoa.
And so that's just a part of the process, you know what I mean?
Dang.
Like, so to get that 500K raise that you like to talk about, I had 1,500 no's to come with that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be willing to push through.
And that's why there's only one Joshua Lewis, because you were able to go through 1,500 no's to get your one, right?
Yeah.
And it's because I mean, a lot of people don't want to go through that.
Exactly.
That's just true.
Exactly.
No, people don't want to be told no.
Exactly.
And it's like, how long are you going to be in the game to get to where you want to go to?
Exactly.
Because everyone has to struggle, right?
Exactly.
But it's a learning process. I mean, man, it's an honor to have you on the show, being able to, because I know you inspire a lot of people. You inspire me. Because when I see you going, and I know, because our last episode, you kind of talked about your struggles of being able to work on this thing for like years before you got to where you, I'm like, man, it took that much time, but now you are the man.
Yeah.
And that people want to learn from you.
Yeah.
So on that aspect, what do you tell to someone out there, a business owner who's like, yo, I have this idea, I'm working on it, but I can't get any money from anyone. Like, I've had all this no's, but it seems like it's not working out.
Yeah, just keep going. I mean, I felt those same feelings, those same emotions. You have to ride those, man, to like motivate you. Like, there's so many resources out here. Like, my brother has a quote that I talk about all the time. He's like, man, it's big out here because it's a lot bigger than what you think. Like, you may have gotten 500 no's, but you can go get 5 million more no's. Like, it's way more. So when people get in those modes where it's like, man, everybody's telling me no, this is really hard. It's like, but I ain't talked to everybody yet. So I'm going to just keep going. It's more people to talk to, It's always more, man, especially with technology and stuff. Like, you can reach out to people in any state, any country. It's always more. So just, you have to know that, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm already inspired. I'm like, yo, let's go. I need my 1,500 no's.
Yeah, man, go get those. Tally them up.
This is awesome, man, because like, man, I think that's the cool thing about being able to succeed in your dream, right? Because you learn all these things that people are like afraid of getting into, and you get to teach them, yo, I've been there. I've been where you are, and I'm where I'm at right now, right?
Yeah.
Now, tell us, I want to hear a crazy story, because I know you're in the nightlife scene, and I know a lot of crazy things happen in the nightlife scene. Tell us maybe one story of maybe an event or something that happened, partied with that you never expected, or some crazy thing that happened in KC that you...
I partied with a lot of people on that level. And out of respect for partying with them, I'm not going to tell their stories.
Yeah.
But I got some legit people I've partied with, so I'll put it like that. But a crazy story is, and my best friend's going to hate this one, but our 21st birthday, we did our birthday at Mosaic.
Okay.
And like I said, we didn't drink like that, right? So me and him, we didn't drink like that. Like, I think that might have been maybe our 4th or 5th time ever drinking. Yeah. And we got drunk, like 21st birthday, you go
crazy,
hard.
Yeah.
I was cool. I ended up getting a ride home and making it safe. But we lost Noel, my friend Noel. And we found out later that he was throwing up in the bathroom. It was just the most tragic thing, because it's like, Noel's like 6'4", athlete.
Damn.
And it was just like, dang, no. And he gonna hate me for that. But that's probably one of the craziest ones. I never forget that, because first, obviously, it's our 21st, so when you turn 21, one time. But seeing Noel, my best friend, like not be able to handle it was funny.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Man, that's crazy. Because I honestly, I've had so many crazy nightlife stories.
It happens.
It's crazy.
It happens.
But so with your app, or is it just parties and clubs in Kansas City, or are events that people can find on your app, or how does it work?
So, people can post what they want on there, so it's a lot of events that people want to share and post. We highlight right now the hot spots, but eventually, as we continue to update, it'll be all the events in the city, right? And so wherever there's a bar doing something, if there's a special, if there's, a party, a DJ, we'll have everything on there. So right now, it's based on all the cool spots in the districts, but eventually it'll be even outside of those as well. So
that's cool.
We're going to keep growing, man. We got a lot. We're going to be the Instagram for nightlife, Twitter for nightlife, TikTok for nightlife, however you want to describe it. But we're going to be the guy, like the app that the world goes to for nightlife.
For nightlife.
Yeah.
Man, that's huge. I mean, also, I really want to know this. How did you get the name Up Down Nightlife? How did that come about?
Cool story. So, me and my mom are really close, right? Me and my mom were on the phone one day, and we were talking about and I think my brother was in on this too a little bit, but I can't remember exactly. But we were on the phone and we were talking about, at that time, it was back 2014.
Okay.
Like, what do we say when we go out? And it was turn up. My mom was like, what do y'all say? Turn up. I was like, turn up. We turn up.
Yeah.
And I was like, what did y'all say? Like, I asked her, and she was like, we get down.
We get down.
And I'm like, ugh. And so I just naturally put up and down together. Turn up, get down together.
Whoa.
And literally is how, that's literally how I came up
Whoa,
with it.
so you mixed the old school and new school and made it a thing.
Yeah.
Dang.
If I can go back, I wouldn't. That probably wouldn't be the way we went with it, but it was cool at the time.
Dang, that's legit.
It works.
That's legit, man. That's legit. Well, I'm happy I know that story now, so that's gonna always click. That's gonna always click.
Always.
But that's pretty cool. So, because I had Craig Moore on the show earlier, and we were talking about like code switching, right? Because the way you dress, you're always flagged up. Because usually there's this ideology of what a CEO or what a founder should look like, and with you are creating your own data of who you want to look like. Yeah. You know, and can I talk about the importance of that? I think that's important also.
Man, me and Evan talk about that all the time too. It's important, man. Like, you know, it's important to be authentic to me. It's important to be myself. It's important to understand who I am, but not, you know, like not walk in the rooms as somebody else. Like if we're gonna work together, you're gonna work with me. You're not gonna work with who you want me to be. And I'm just strong about it, man. Like, you know, I've always been the guy that likes to wear cool clothes, and because I run a tech company doesn't mean I have to change that. We can still get all.
You can still get up down.
Yeah. We can still get things done. You know, no matter what I got on, my gear compared to, you know, if you really think about it, if you look, Mark Zuckerberg wears a gray T-shirt
every day. Yeah.
So I ain't trying to hear it, and he's white.
Yeah.
That's why it's cool.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm black, and I wear a black one. Well, what's the difference? I put on a chain or two. What's the difference? My haircut's a little sauced. What's the difference? I'm still putting in the same work. So that's just how it is.
Yeah.
If you can't accept that, I don't want to work with you no way.
Boom. That's it. I mean, that's it. That's what we are. I mean, because the narrative of what a CEO and a founder should look like has been changing, and it's like it's.
But that's the thing. Like, to who? That's what a CEO should look like to who? Like doesn't matter. Like, that doesn't matter, man. Does the product work?
Exactly.
Is people on the product?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So
it's what are you able to produce? That's what the product is.
Can you get it done? That's it.
Boom.
Right.
But I mean, you're getting it done. So your work is for itself. So we don't even need to go over because we know you got it done in KC.
I appreciate it.
But man, it's an honor to have you because whenever I have you on the show, it motivates me, and inspires me. And I know it inspires a lot of people to be able to see what you're doing, how far you've come, and being able to grind it all the way through. Because I know you're trying to go global now. You're trying to make sure that the word comes to uptown to look for nightlife, which is important because I'm trying to get into nightlife. I don't know where to go.
You know now.
Yeah, I know where to go and find it, right?
Yeah.
And that's what more people need to know about because in KC, there's only, the Pawn Light District. And
it's way more than that. That's insane to me. So, yeah, you'll see. Every night of the week, we'll have the hot spots. Okay. You'll see that it's always something to do, man. Yeah. Always something fun to do. Literally.
I need to get on. I already downloaded the app.
Yeah, so make your profile. Check it out, man.
I'm about to get on it.
Say less.
Get jiggy with it, and also get up down with it.
Yeah, okay.
Like they know. But man, we've come towards the end of the show. But it's been an awesome episode. But this is a segment where we do what I call explain this. Right. Okay. On this segment, I'm gonna put up some pictures of you. Yeah. And you're gonna explain what's happened in this picture. Yeah. And it's gonna be. You have a lot of pictures, so I picked a few pictures. Okay. I told Craig that I'm gonna start going to the dog pool to go and pull things from social media from olden days. But I got a few pictures. So
I'm with it.
Here we go. Let's get it. Okay. So what's happening here?
Yeah. We're actually here. That's funny. It looks funny, but we did an event. We partnered with KC Crew Sports, I think is the name. Okay. It's been a while, but Luke Wade is the guy that I worked with on that. But we were shooting a promo video it was a golfing event, and I think we gave back to a charity, but we did the after party. And so we're just shooting because it was like you were supposed to hop on KC's ride, and you would ride down, the streetcar ride downtown, and you would get off, putt, get back on. And so we were just doing a promo video. But it was like a silly, goofy one, so I had my socks up. And yeah.
I was like, it seems like you guys are shooting a TV commercial or something.
It's basically like that, yeah.
Basically like that.
Yeah.
Nice. What is this? You trying to?
Allie. I'm a definitely send this to Allie. But Allie actually used to work for a company named Diageo, who we've partnered with over the years for a lot of events. Standing behind the bar about to pass out shots to a whole bunch of girls. So she was the rep, and I stood behind her to make sure we can pass them out.
Okay.
Get my hand in the scene. That was the point, man. That was like the bar to go to back in the day. So yeah.
It kind of looked like you were trying to learn how to be a bartender.
Bartender. Nah.
Trying to learn
not at all. Not at all.
Is that how you pour the drink?
What's crazy is I hate to say this. I've called myself a nightlife guru at this point, but I don't know how to bartend.
Oh.
I know liquors. I know what goes in them. I know all this stuff. But if you put me behind the bar to bartend, I never wanted to do it.
Yeah.
So I never learned. But I probably would. I probably could, but I wouldn't want to.
No, it's okay on the app that shows people where to go. So
yeah,
you don't have to shove the drinks.
Yeah. I don't gotta go behind the bar.
Hey, look at this one. This one right here.
That's my cool guy look.
Yeah, that's back in the day.
Back in college, man. So I was taking a selfie on my camera phone.
Okay.
Or not even. That might have been my computer. And that was just out. It's still my face to this day. You can kind of find on my current social medias. I do my lips like that on my pictures. Back then, I was doing the most, like The Rock's eyebrows and all type of silly stuff. But I just thought I was that guy, man. That's just me. That was me. I think I had a toothpick in my mouth.
Is that a toothpick or not? I think that's what is it called?
That's a toothpick. Bro. I got like a toothpick. Yeah.
Dang.
You just can't see it.
All right.
I thought I was cool, man. I thought I was cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. Thank you for coming on the show. It's an honor to have you here, to be able to chat with you, because, man, you are a legend. I didn't even need to say too much, because in the app, the nightlife, you are the guru.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
And so how can people get in touch with you if they want to see what's coming up next, or how can they get the app?
Yeah, so obviously get the app in the App Store, Up Down App Inc. We are in iOS right now, fully loaded, updates coming every week. And Google Play will be released soon as well. But app is really where I want you to be. But if you're on Instagram, social media, Up Down Nightlife, Up Down App Inc. on every social media, two different platforms. I mean, two different different names on each platform. Okay. But then also learn. And then my content's real heat. So if you want some knowledge, Joshua I. Lewis on every platform as well.
Yeah, I've watched it. It's fire. I watch it every time. I like a comment. I'm like, I don't know how he does it, but he does it. But man, it's been a great show, man. It's always an honor to have you, because your vibe and energy, it inspires the whole room. Kind of gets me fired up.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do, man. That's what it's supposed to do.
So man, thank you for doing what you do, and keep grinding, man. Keep pushing the work, and keep making it happen.
Of course, man.
But anyways, we've come to the end of the show, guys. Thank you for watching today. It's your host Zeke Wanganga. You know what to do. Subscribe, share. If you want to listen to podcasts, go to firedupkc.com or social media at firedupkc. And it's been another episode. And you know what to do. Stay fired up. Don't give up, man. Just keep grinding. I'll see you guys in the next one.
See y'all out.